Why the no buy is not going to work for you and how to fix that. How can we implement something that achieves the same goal like the no buy without actually falling into the trap of binge buying later on? I took my time to really study shopping behavior. The FOMO is one of the major derivatives of us doing the excessive shopping. If you buy something not for a need, but for the trigger, the guilt will linger. It has been inevitable to not see a video on social media talking about the no buy year, new no buy challenge, zero shopping this year, and how people are waking up since the economy is going downhill. Unfortunately, what people miss to see is how this is so much like fad diets. Fad diets were the diets that you do quickly in a short period of time to lose a lot of weight. And what happens is that you stop yourself from everything you like and you end up binging back your way. And this never worked for anyone, because if you know how fad diet worked, you gained all the weight back, you did not learn anything. And some people even get in an endless cycle of eating and gain even more weight than they actually lost. In that case, what will happen? You will stop yourself from buying things and you will end up regretting some sales because the item you wanted is maybe out of stock after a couple of weeks, or the sale is gone and it's back to its original price, and you will feel missing out. And the FOMO is one of the major derivatives of us doing the excessive shopping. So maybe you ask yourself, what qualifies me to talk about this? So in my personal life and my master's degree project, if you didn't know, was about capitalism and the trap of materialism. That was the title of my entire thesis project. So I took my time to really study shopping behaviors. And don't get me wrong, I have been a shopaholic myself and I'm trying to retrieve myself out of this. But since we're here in one community, I want us to do this together. So how can we implement something that achieves the same goal like the no buy without actually falling into the trap of binge buying later on? First thing you need to think of is, where do you have a serious shopping problem? And don't be alarmed or triggered if you're all of the above, okay? Because I am all of the above. You could be a person who has too many perfumes, too many bags, too many shoes, too many jackets, coats, shirts. Write down, sit with yourself and write down the areas you have many more items than you actually need. I want you to, if it's too many items, then write them. Put in your calendar days that actually are targeted for those areas. Let's take the perfumes example. One day you're going to sit for 4 hours going through your perfumes. And what I want you to do is to check any duplicates. Same scents or same perfume in different packaging or different sizes or whatnot. This is an area of trigger. You're triggered always in that area to buy the same item. You could be triggered because you follow so many perfume social media influencers that tell you the latest, greatest outcomes, and that influences you to buy the item. Or you could simply be in love with that scent so much that you keep buying it. Or maybe you are a person who think you will find a way to like that scent, so you buy it in different variations. That's also a possibility. Let's say lipsticks. Swatch all your lipsticks. See how many colors are the same. Why do you have them all? Were you looking for the right consistency of that color, so you kept buying that color again and again? Or you were obsessed with launches and thinking that is the solution to make your lips look pouty and big? Look at these things with an analysis, and I want you to play fun music when you're doing that and think about it like not a hurdle or a task that shames you, but rather a detective mode. Get in this detective mode. Why did I buy this? And ask yourself and try to draw even a journey. Draw a journey of why you bought this item. So what I would do, for example, let's go back to the perfume. I will pick the category that I have so many repetitives in. As I said, inside the perfumes, let's say all my scents have the main note vanilla. So I'll take all the vanilla ones, and I would be very, very honest with myself. Why did I buy this? Was I walking in the mall and saw this, so I bought it? Or I watched the video, I saw it, I looked for it discounted, and that's it. Or I had it in my wish list, and then when it got a discount, I bought it. And do a user journey for each one of these items that are repetitive. When you do the user journey, what you will realize is your trigger. And in psychology in general, triggers are the main reason why you do a certain action. And usually you feel guilt about that action. If you buy something not for a need, but for the trigger, the guilt will linger and you will never be satisfied in that area. And actually you will think, and that's the trick of marketing, that fixing this can happen only if you buy that thing again, but right. And let me be the breaker of bad news here. No. The cycle can be only broken where you're analytical with yourself and when you realize where are your triggers. Once you know your triggers, every time a trigger like this will happen, you will be aware. And this will take time. You need to train yourself. No buy or low buy is not something you could do in a minute. It's something that takes time. It builds up until it happens. A lot of you would think that if I am a person that have a big collection of something, and that is totally okay. And this is something that social media made it okay. Think about your parents and think about your grandparents. Every single person has a collection of something, but it's one collection. But nowadays we have so many collections in every category, and that defies the actual meaning. If I share with you what I am planning to do this year, my beauty, like skincare, makeup, I had an overflow in that area. In hair care, I have a lot of products. Most of them, looking at them, were expired, and I asked myself, it's not healthy to use expired products, let alone have so many variations where my hair cannot be exposed to one thing for a period, which is like medicine. You need to expose yourself to that for a while in order for it to actually work. So I told myself, okay, I will throw away all the expired. I will give away to friends and family any product they wanted to try that I tried for a little bit and I did not finish it. So sharing with people I know, maybe they would like it. For makeup, it's tricky, but you can use a very sharp knife to remove the top of the lipstick or to remove the very top part of shadows and powders to make them hygienic again for usage. At least that's what I do. I'm not like professional at this, so let me know if you think that's correct, but that's what I do when I want to share something later on. And that was it. Doing this on its own really enabled me to get to a next level, to a better level, because now I could see and I could build targeted things. Okay, do I really use serums? No, I don't have the time to use serums. So it's better to invest in a moisturizer that has serum abilities in it. So I'm using just one product and it works for me and it will be my product. If I need time to find that product, I'll buy it in small sizes. Or, by the way, going to any store, if you take a small empty container and ask the lady at the store to put you a sample inside your container, every store will be happy to do it. Take that container, use the item before you commit to buying it and then letting it rot in your drawers and clutter your life, which is again another way to get around the no buy. And last but not least, making dedicated wish lists. This is something I am trying to also share. If you follow me on TikTok, and I'll try to do that on Instagram if the TikTok ban goes on, but I write down every quarter the items I want to buy. And I make sure that these are the only items I go and buy. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let's meet in the next video and let me know your wishes for the new year. Bye bye.